People in this century are fond of dismissing things that happened a few years ago by saying that something or another happened in the last century, which was only a few years ago. Well then, what's the name of the song? Rigby something. Martha Rigby. No, that's not it. Must be Michelle Rugby. Guess again, old man. Yellow Submarine. And they've been singing this song all week. Or has it been on the radio? I am thinking about complaining to the director of this place. Maybe I'll get a petition together. I want to be entertained. I'm over 70, but what can I do if I don't march with this petition? Grin and bear it. Geezer. What old geezers are going to sign my petition? Geezers. That word is forbidden. The forbidden city of geezers. I never get offended because I've an education. The nurse comes into the sun-filled room to give me my 3 o'clock. She's young. The sun never sets for her. Late 20s, endless blossom, born in the last century. She should be promoted to head nurse. Biologically speaking, we are at the beginning of the human clones era. There is vague talk in the news of teleportation. Someone in Hong Kong moved a wonton noodle to Macau via a telephone line or via satellite or something. Millions of dollars bet on it. The oil companies are very interested in this way of moving goods. Why? Well, because there are insurance fees. The scientists tell us it is so flawless that nothing ever gets damaged. Someone in California is trying to move a mouse with just a telephone line. If the experiment goes wrong, the mouse could become a non-mouse. The animal rights people are not happy with teleportation. The seasons have changed. But in which direction? I hear another noise that drives me around the old age bend. The tinkling of spoons against china cups. Some ornate personal ones that guilt-ridden sons and daughters offer their parents. Oh, so slowly do they stir. My breathing is slow. Our collective breathing is slow. Our collective urine is fast. The asthmatics have access to oxytaps at every corner. Just push the button and literally all bronchial congestion is gone for up to 48 hours. The geezers say that you could go to one of the 3 eternal places in the next 48 hours with previously congested lungs, now working as clean as whistles. Arriving at the pearly gates with clear lungs or a blackened soul. Take your pick. Our hallways are wide, large, majestic, reproductions of Cézanne in his Arles or something like it phase don't impress me. I know a little about Western art history. We have a pretentious director of this home for the aged, the dying, the voluntarily non-contemplative. No shortage of this last group. One old fogey buzzes by them on this motorized wheelchair. The wheelchair buzzard leaves a trail of ex-art historian urine. He's goobering from the mouth, tearing along loudly and pronouncing all the names of all the painters in the long hall. Cézanne, Renoir, Déjeuner sur l'herbe, the raft of the Medusa with Blackie on top, Pissarro. Too many dots. Too many dots. Brittle winter day, obviously. The nurse comes in with my 5 o'clock. Metallic, multicolored pills. This will keep my tract open. Which tract? Just take it, my nurse says. She's my only real friend here. I'm not about to croak. Not this afternoon, anyway. What were my pursuits? Oh, they were fun. Head of an intellectual department, I was. I tell her all this because she asks. No, it was not fun. Then she, my nurse, laughs. I call her 007. Stupid academic infighting, 365 days of the year, the liberals versus the people who really know things. This makes her really laugh. I ran the most important Islamic studies department in the world. Yes, that's true, it's true. She smells ever so lightly, touched with a field of not very resonant flowers, and she's so positive. Professionally, she isn't obligated to be so positive. I ask her even though she's not really the one I'm drifting into love with. Oh, they all say they were the biggest and the best, she jokes again. Why do you criticize me, 007? Most are bougie ex-civil slaves here. Not criticizing, flirting. I like being positive with you. You challenge me. I say, thank you. Thank you, Nurse 007. I may have been the caring, highly educated father she thinks she may fantasize about. Her fantasizing must fade, because it is impossible to see a father or a mother in every fogey in this last stop before ending up as subatomic particles to be judged by God. There aren't any red ones here.
The group of 7 are the only ones who know the Canadian landscape and kept it in their paintings.
I tell my nurse about a woman. I'm friends with a wife of a dead man, you see. Double, I call her now, and this too makes her smile. Doubly, I tell her, as her pink lips lift into her multiracial face. She presents me with the pills. Imagine, doubly for short, I say in my when I was your age tone, imagine the following, trying to impress a dead banker's wife here in this last stop before paradise with the economic reasons why Mohammed moved from Mecca to Medina. I get a flutter when I see her. 007 bids me a long, almost unprofessionally sentimental bye. A long goodbye until the next time, which will be for my 4 o'clock or whatever o'clock. I must take the pills because I don't have a sickness. Well then, what am I dying of, I asked doubly. Her long, slender hand reaches for the doorknob.
What are you doing here?
I am not lonely. I have my thoughts, and here they are. The woman is 70-ish, somewhat mannish, and waves to cars. No chance of DNA repair capability. I don't mean to imply anything about her mental processes, which are sound. But I've never really liked sound women, have I? Oh, Dudley is not around to listen to this. Just as well. Over-disclosure destroys even the most diligent of nurses, even ones filled with the milk of human kindness. The name sign on her door reads Sarah Goodell, dead banker's wife, now living in impressionistic miracle-uric splendor beside a river next to Arles, if you'll have it. And she'll have it because it does not really matter, because she can't tell the difference between Picasso and a photograph of a higgledy-piggledy car accident on the front page of a newspaper. We still have newspapers in this century. The modern paper is ever so light and not transparent. She has gobs of money literally rotting in the bank, rotting like the last piece of a pepper steak and Brussels sprouts the embarber takes out. She has a drop-dead beautiful daughter of some worth. Why of only some worth, I ask? All looks, no brains for the market, Sarah quickly replies. I saw her and spoke with her. She is not a waste of time, very intelligent, I thought. She does visit regularly. You have a point, she adds. Yesterday, when we were in her room, she held up a toothbrush and asked, "What's this for? It looks so familiar, but I can't remember what I used it for. Tell me, and please, please don't tell anyone I asked you." Another winter or two have drifted by. Perhaps nothing has drifted by. A buzzing fly? What sort of noise does a DNA chain make when it duplicates for the last time? What sort of noise does it make when it does not duplicate? She's a bit sunny, stupid. She laughs at my political jokes, so she can't be stupid. They have made her memory much better. She adds a little something to the place where we come to kick the bucket. She sits in a red leather armchair beside the big window. We sit together and watch the black river slowly flow towards the sea. My hand almost touches hers. Spring? Ash Wednesday? All Saints' Day? Or St. Patrick's? Palm Sunday? Doesn't matter. I suppose Sarah G. marks time like this. Religion equals time for her. But for me, time is marked off by what? This week our population shrank by 5. Mr. G., room 401, didn't know him very well, had a very final heart attack. He had endured several 007, told me. I'm not allowed to mention names. Room 444 contained a total kidney failure and something else that leads to death. Miss Fishnet stockings in 220 West Wing. Heart attack also, but terribly final. The tranquil saint in room 200 West Wing saw a firecracker aneurysm, and the wheelchair art historian finally ran out of battery power. I think he stopped on the word Cézanne. The tall, dark stranger from room 411 had a fall, down only 2 steps. Skull fractures. Hardly any legal complications for the home because his son took him off home property on a visit on the town. Bustling downtown Pierrefonds, Quebec. Experimental gerontology. The son looked very guilty, but wasn't. I saw him when he was here to pick up his father's things. "Sorry about your dad," I say. Cellular death in key organs. For image reasons, nurses don't wear white coats anymore. I saw them giving Mr. Mulrooney a bath when I was walking past room 312 in the East Wing. I was the door ajar. His flesh hung in thin, translucent gills below his armpits. He groaned at each passing of the showerhead. The water was steaming. Dead, grey look. Why does the body still keep breathing and eating? Why not just affirm goodbye? These mean thoughts come to not only me, others admit to having had them. Mr. Gills has another 2 weeks, not a second more, not a second less, so bathe me in fragrant oils and rub my skin and bury me by the silent stones where the night winds whisper. He saw me. I looked right back. Was my look sympathetic? No. Dead, neutral, pardon the pun. Purgatory. Fence sitting. Mail screen. Archive, 15 December, year 2027. Sent to Dearest. My dearest. Am I wrong to assume that you'd love me forever? Is there some cruel arrogance in saying this? But doesn't this recognition mean that I've always loved you, or that I've recognized in seeing your love for me a longevity in us? How else can I explain this historic attachment to you after all these years? Not a single day without you in my life, in those years that passed in your apartment beside Parc l'Esplanade with the dark Genos, training for the World Cup. There is not a single day that I don't think about you. There will never be a day without you. Will you ever forgive me for not desiring you as much as I did in the beginning? You must find a way to forgive me. Why won't you find a way to forgive me? I want to see you every day. But how the cold winds blow. Are you sure you can't make a little room for me in your life? Life is so short. Please, please. Will it really be too painful for you to make a little room? Maybe the pain will go away. Are you afraid that in the context of a mere friendship it will all be superficial? But we are in our 70s now. You don't know how much I wanted to age with you. But how could I have lived with you? Anyway, what a ridiculous question. Well, you've seen how I ended up, haven't you? I dreamed that you came to see me when I was sleeping. Constant aloneness. That's what I have now in this last stop. Long emphasis on the ness. Must try to make you laugh. That way you'll remember. Am I being mean in expressing my desire? I see depth to us. Nice music we listen to, even though you claim to fully understand it. Of course, I could only understand it partially. A love that never dies. Can you please reach me with reverence? Yours, John.